9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Guys, we're in the shop, in the paint booth side. We're working on the Mustang. Working on it. All the work is done on it here. Needs to be painted. The primer's blocked, everything. So I'll have to wash the car. I'll wash it over the weekend. And then I'll tape it all off, cover it completely off. The bumpers have been, I repaired any little minor details of the scratches in the bumpers. Now I'm gonna prime them, completely prime them again, and then sand them, and then I'll seal them. But what I'm gonna talk to you about today is, for you DIY guys, not the guy that works in a shop every day. Please don't throw a rock at me. This is for a DIY guy rebuilding an old car, somebody that's not going to be in and out, pumping out spray guns, okay? Using them and wearing them out. If you are a professional, you're going to buy professional tools, okay? Same thing goes with any tool. I mean, if you're going to be a diesel mechanic, you need heavier tools, blah, 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 okay? But here's the deal. I use Evercoat, which some of you guys don't know what it is. It's basically, they like to call it, it's a polyester primer, okay? So it's basically a spray-on Bondo. I use it in all my big jobs, the Crown Vic. I make cars, I like to make them perfectly straight. So when I'm shooting this, it's a very thick product. I bought a gun off of Amazon, eBay will have them too, but this gun has a 2.5 tip in it, all right? It's a big, this stuff is thick. This thing will flat lay it on. No problems at all, right? Now you do still have to filter the product before it goes in your cup, all right? I take out the filter that's in the gun, and then I use the screen cup filters they give you at the paint supply place, right? Now, here's another deal. Do not run primer through a really nice gun. Have separate guns for it. Like this gun's got 2.5 tip. It will shoot this stuff like no problem, all right? Now, I use a heavier base 2K primer. I like to mix it where I follow the directions. There's a high build mix, it's a normal priming mix, and then you can reduce it down. I use U-Pole. You can reduce it down to where it's a sealer, it's thinner, okay? So, this gun comes with multiple tips and needles, 3 different ones. It comes with a 1.4, which I'll use to spray sealer. It has a 1.7, all right? That's what I shoot the primer with. If I'm shooting a thicker, higher build primer, 2K, I can go 1.7 or 2.0. It's just how I feel or how it's shooting, right? This gun is about like 35 bucks. Both these guns are under $45. I'll put a link in the description, okay? And when they finally go bad, you could throw them away. Somebody's gonna say, well, why not buy a really good one? If you're only restoring, one car and it's taking you a year or 2 years or whatever, or you're gonna do a few cars, these things will last you for that. But you gotta take them apart and clean them when you're done, all right? This gun, I'm gonna use it to spray another primer on these, and it'll be the U-Pole primer, and I'm going to shoot it, and I'm going to use the 1.7 to shoot this primer on these bumpers, okay? So, that's just a little tidbit here. So I'm going to spray these bumpers, and then I'll come back after they're sprayed and show you what I'm sanding them with. I'll be sanding them with, I'm going to put a guide coat and sand them with 400, make them slick, and then I will seal these, okay? I probably won't make it to that this weekend. This weekend I'll get them primed and I'll get them sanded and get everything ready, okay? Anyway, we'll see you in a little while. The magic of YouTube. As far as the tool giveaway this coming week, it's the 7th. So the giveaway, you got 1 week, all right? The giveaway for this tool will be on the 14th. Let me show you what we be giving away. Every 2 weeks I try to give away a little something. It's my way of giving back. And, I'm blessed. So some of you guys don't have any tools. Some of you guys may not have some of these little things I give away. They're just stuff that you really kind of need in your box because you never know. And it's in everything, whether you're in stump grinding, working on Mustangs, cars, or working on machinery, or just, just generally fixing stuff. All right. So, like I say, today's the 7th of May. We'll be giving it away on the morning of the 14th of May. All you got to do to win is on this video is hit the like, be a subscriber, and make a generalized comment of it. You know, I don't care what comment, as long as it's constructive. It could be hi, bye, whatever it is. It's just that's how I pick you, through the comments. All right, let me turn this around for the tool. It'll be coming. It's open to anyone in the USA. I'm sorry for some of you guys overseas, but I buy through Amazon. It gets to you in 2 to 3 days. It's going to be something very similar to this. It's a large kit of security bits and everything from Torx to the small stuff. It's all the small hex. I think they're 5/16. They go. You can put these in a socket and use them, or if you got a holder like, I don't know how many holders I have. Geez, I've got long, I've got shorts. Anyway, you kind of need these now, working on anything from radios to whatever. So it's an assortment of over 100. You'll see it right now. There'll be a clip of exactly what it is, and it'll be off of Amazon. There you go. My way of giving back. I'm not going to bore you this week too much. It was just about cheap primer guns. Remember, before someone jumps me, this is about cheap primer guns. All right. And if you're just working on stuff, and these primer guns are great if you're working on even machinery. One guy wants to repaint, you know, like Bobcat, stuff like that. And that's what a lot of stuff I've done through these years. Before that, I was a custom car painter, and then later on evolved. I used my skills to paint equipment, and I'll make some videos of doing that too. But let me turn this around for 1 second, because someone's going to ask me about this gun. I know they're going to ask me. Let me put it down on here so we can film the stupid gun. About this gun, you know, the notorious Harbor Freight purple gun. They run a 1.4 tip in them. So to try to spray that polyester or really thick primers in them, it's not going to work. There are videos of guys drilling them and modifying them and all. This will work for nice thinner primers, and this will actually work for, let's just say, shooting Rust-Oleum. All right, when you're spraying equipment in Rust-Oleum, this will actually work also. These are like the $16 guns from Harbor Freight. All right, these guns, they're cheap guns, but you know what? If you're painting, honestly, if you're painting a POS or painting some equipment stuff, these will work perfectly fine. I don't like running that kind of paint in a really nice gun. Just being honest, I don't. So that's why I'm showing you these cheaper guns. You guys with the SATAs and everything else, God bless you. You're a professional. You do it for a living. Okay? This is for the DIY guy or a guy that's a welder, that's making stuff and needs to spray it with the primers and stuff like that. I mean, I'll prove it to you, you know? What do you see here? I've got Rust-Oleum, great primers and stuff. I'm not going to shoot that through a nice gun. I shoot it through those cheap guns. All right, and the one I showed you with the multiple tip, I like it because you can use that also just primers, but you could use that same gun to spray equipment. Look, these toolbox rack, this one here down below, it was sprayed with it, okay? This box here was sprayed with spray cans. It's just, a good painter can take a POS gun and come out with some beautiful finishes. So I sprayed that other deal over there with them. I mean, I could go on forever. All the equipment I buy and sell, I've sprayed with them. All right, that 2.5 gun I showed you will spray latex. All right, because it's got a big tip. But no matter what I spray, I filter. All right, do not try to run. These guns come with little filters that go in them. Take them out. All right, so anyway, I'm yanking about it. Just want to make sure if somebody, a pro, comes in here and tries to jump, you know, you can't jump me. All right, you can troll me, whatever. But I know what I'm doing when it comes to guns. Good Lord, we used to paint custom cars with siphon feed guns from years ago. You guys probably weren't even alive when that crap was going on. And it's all about the gunman. the guy running the spray gun, right? And knowing your materials. So God bless you all. You see the free tool or whatever. If you want to try your hand at auto body work, you know, don't do it on a nice car. Don't say, hey, I'm going to take this car. Don't do it on a nice car. Try it on a POS first. You know what POS stands for. All right. Today's a big day for me too. Every year they have a retired firefighter fish fry for the firefighters that I worked with, and a lot of them, it's funny now, I'm going to be 62, so I've been gone 9 years. A lot of the guys that when I was a rookie and came on, that were the hard-ass guys.
Because I am hard, you will not like me, but the more you hate me, the more you will learn. I am hard, but I am fair. There is no racial bigotry here. I do not look down on niggers, kikes, wops, or greasers. Here you are all equally worthless.
I mean, you got to understand something. I was the last class to ride on hanging on the back of a fire truck. So these older guys that are older than me, they hung out on the back of fire trucks, and they were not air mask guys. So when I go in here and see these guys and they're still alive, you know, they're 80s, and some of them guys made it to their 90s. A lot of us died, and we died when I started the academy. They told me my life expectancy, excuse me for saying that wrong, was 56 years old, right? So I passed it right now, right? I'm just a few years past it. I'm happy because, you know, but also back then materials were different. We didn't have all the plastics in houses and stuff. God bless you. Have a great weekend. I might make a little short of me going to this deal and seeing the guys. You know, it's a big day for me. It comes once a year, right? Some guys that, it's funny, some guys that were really, I'll be honest, some guys that were pricks to me when I was a rook.
You will not laugh. You will not cry. You will learn by the numbers. I will teach you. Now get up. Get on your feet.
Guys that were pricks to me when I was a rook, I'll walk in there now. They're old men, and all that stuff's gone, and they're so friendly, so nice to where I like being around them. They ask if they could sit with me and stuff, and it's a great feeling, you know, because when I was younger, it was like, this guy's a freaking prick. What the hell I want to come work on his company for, whatever. They were just harder men back there. They had a heart, but they were stone. They were made out of stone, okay? I'm kind of half and half now. See you next time.